Welcome to Nani's Place. I'm hoping that I can get through this video without coughing, so please excuse my voice. I'm still a little under the weather, but I wanted to come to see you guys and to allow you guys to see me. AI Nani has been filling in for me, and I think she's done a really good job. What about you? Anyway, that might be a little bit corny, but that's me. I wanted to talk about something that happened with me today, and I have so many mixed feelings and mixed emotions about this. And thinking back on it, I thank God that I was able to handle myself and manage myself and respond the right way. Because truthfully, there was a time that I did not respond to things in the right way. I wasn't patient with people, or I just, kind of lashed back. If they spoke to me the wrong way, I'd come back at them the wrong way. But I wanted to really learn that not to do that, to take a pause and see, where is this coming from? Not to get sidetracked and tricked about how to respond to people that seem to come at you and you're like wondering, where did this come from? I didn't, minding my business. I would like to tell you the story, but I won't tell you this whole story. It's kind of bits and pieces about what happened with me this morning and how I came out of it really feeling as though I was being tested in a way. Situations in the past where I would have went off, honestly, truthfully. Anyway, let me get to it. I sell products. I make wreaths, I make trees, I make crosses, and I sell products at our local farmers market. And I'm really enjoying doing that. It's really been an outlet for me. It's been a blessing for me. And my kids encouraged me to sell my items and get it out there. So I was out there today, and I guess this woman figured that she didn't see me before, so I was new there. They assign us spaces that we're supposed to stay in as far as with our tent. So I was in my space. I was beginning to put up my items, to display them and everything. And this person came, and the energy, I'm telling you, you could just feel the energy. She was hyped up. She was, just antsy. And she proceeds to push my tent over and said she needs more room for her tent because she's on a bit of a curve. Now, again, we all have the rules. We're supposed to stay within a certain area. This nerved me a little bit because, first of all, she didn't even ask me if she could move my tent. She just proceeded to push it to the side and put her tent next to mine. And then when she said the reason why she did that, I said, we all have assigned spaces, so why do you think it's okay for you to take away from my space? And I said, and also, that makes me have to move over to my other neighbor's spot, which lessens her space. So she began to go with this explanation and began to tell me how long she's been at the farmer's market, as if that has anything to do with it. Rules are rules. So I said, listen, we're neighbors. We're going to be selling next to each other. I don't want there to be any animosity, any negativity. I said, whatever. And then the lady that was on my left side said to me, you can move into my space, ma'am. It's okay. You can move into my space. So I proceeded to put up my stuff. And honestly, I'm asking the Lord to help me, because even when we are trying to be calm and answer people back the right way, at least for me, my body reacts to it. My heart starts to palpitate, and I start getting a little crackly voice. And so I'm asking God to really help me even with that, because I know that's actually doing things to my inside. So I want my spirit to be at peace and at rest, even as I'm speaking the words peacefully to this person. I want my spirit to be peaceful, if you know what I mean. I want my heart to be resting and in a good place. Well, it ended up where the other neighbor had let me know that this person is a bit of a troublemaker, and she had an issue with somebody last week. As a matter of fact, when the person moved my tent, she said, I got in trouble last week because I had my tent out too far. And I wanted to say, well, didn't you learn from last week? I believe that there is like a testing. Like when you say, or I'll speak for me, when I say, I really don't want to do this I really don't want to be this way anymore. I really want to do better at this. I really don't want to get aggravated and agitated. I really want to be, I really want to give people a good answer. But there's a scripture that talks about answering a person back and the way we answer a person to make sure that we answer them peacefully. That scripture is Colossians 4:6. Let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how you ought to answer each person. This was a lesson for me because sometimes people are miserable in their own selves, and they come and they try to put that energy, that stuff, that ilk on you. And we have to be aware of that. We have to stop and we have to say, nope, I'm not falling for this. You're not disturbing my peace. You're not going to get me off track. And thinking back at the situation as well, it was like, this is how I believe. She looked at me and said, oh, she's a new person. She doesn't know things. I can push her tent over. I can move her. She won't know. She's new. I've been here for 3 years. I could tell her what to do. She's new. It was so strange because there's so many nice people that I've met at the market, that I've been neighbors with, that's given me tips and helped me and everything. Everybody is just so nice. So it just really took me off guard with this woman that did this and said that and acted that way. So I'm learning more and more about myself. I'm learning more and more about people. I'm trying to be patient with people, to make sure my heart or my mind is not thinking in the wrong direction or has anything that is negative in my thoughts and my heart, that I would treat people in a certain way. Anyway, there's one more story to this because God is just so good. This little girl came. She made my day. She came and she said, wow, look at all of this stuff. Wow, ma'am, you're so creative. It's so beautiful. You made all this. And I think she was with her grandmother and her sister. You made all this. I don't have the money to pay for anything, but I just came over here to your table because it's just so beautiful. You're so creative. I mean, she went on and on about things and accolades and I just thought, I said, thank you so much. She's a sweet little girl. She couldn't have been any more than 10 years old. And she was saying all the things she liked, and she liked this one wreath. It was an Easter wreath that I made, a little small one. And the Lord whispered to me and said, give it to her. So I said, you like that? She said, yeah. I said, you can have it. And I asked her grandmother to take it down for me, and I wrapped it up and gave it to her. Oh my God, I love it. She thought it was just so nice. And even at the end when I was packing up, she came by with her mother, and her mother said, thank you. And she said, thank you for the wreath. But you know what? My daughter said this to me when I was sharing this with her. She said, Mom, that was an angel that was sent to encourage you. And it was. So I think today, as a matter of fact, I know today that God had allowed and maybe have even been orchestrated that, because I want to make sure, I try to make sure that I am a light for Jesus Christ. That people, when they see me, they will see God in me. Sometimes people are just so miserable with their own selves and their own lives that they seem to find someone that maybe they feel as though they can manipulate, control, or pick on, and they don't even know the person. So they come at you in a way you're like, whoa, what's that all about? But sometimes we have to step back and say, okay, where is this coming from? What is this? And make sure that what we do, how we respond in the right way. And I hope this wasn't all over the place, but I just wanted to come on and say this. And I thank God for He kept the coughs away, because this cough has really been kind of like not good, but it's gone. It's gone. My words also to you would be today to not allow anyone to steal your peace. Thank you for stopping by today. And thank you so much for listening. Now remember to share this video, because when you share, you encourage someone else. Have a wonderful day. Bye.